Hey, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. If you've watched the previous Stellar Conflicts, I just want to start off with an apology. I said we were going to go on to a bio break, and it turns out that was an April Fool. No, I had a work emergency and I had to cut the game short, so we never came back from that bio break until right this moment. Longest bio break ever. Hopefully everybody's good and no one drank too much while on bio break, which then would create a never-ending cycle of breaking bios. This is part of Star Wars Saturdays, an ongoing anthology campaign of tabletop RPGs where each month I choose a different RPG system. We hack it or lovingly reskin it so that we can tell a story in Star Wars. It's offered up to a bunch of awesome gamers who join me, create characters or revisit characters from previous Star Wars Saturday sessions or series, and then we figure out who we've got, who's the cast of characters, and tell a story together. This is Stellar Conflict, which oh man, I had it, and then we started talking, and I lost it. So it is a dungeon world hack for Star Wars, pretty much, with the serial numbers filed off. And I found the name. Jara James is the person who received credit on Reddit for making this hack. I was pointed to it by buddy Brian Lutz, who pointed to an old archive of a Google Plus share of this from 2015. So it's old in the tooth, but it's pretty cool. I've freshened it up a little bit because Dungeon World's a little old in the tooth as well as far as PBTA games or Powered by the Apocalypse games go. So lots of S's. Rich got mixed up. Stone Top has a great set of basic moves that are, as far as I'm concerned, Dungeon World 2.0 ish. Clarified the rules a little bit, some of the move results, added in rolling with advantage, which means you roll 3d6 and keep the best two, all that cool stuff. If you're not sure what any of this is, I apologize. We'll do our best to walk it through as we play. Yeah, it's worth looking up. Dungeon World's a great game. Stone Top's a great game. They're both really cool, but they're definitely not Star Wars, not easily. But Stellar Conflict is. We're in our third session. We so far have created a cast of characters and their wonderful ship, the Duchess Gambit. In last session, the crew traveled not willingly to an area in Zinj's empire known as the Floating Cities of Arcs, ARX. The League of Arcs being the governing body. They got mixed up into a few things, and now some pirates are attacking, and they've decided to respond to help these good people of the planets of Arcs. That's our quick spin up to get us back in, because I chatted their ear off pre-game, friends. So I think we're all itching to play the game that we gathered to play. So I just want to, as a reminder, have a quick go around so folks can introduce themselves and give us just a brief. We'll do something different. Describe to me where in the Duchess Gambit your character is as you guys fly away from the station, the Nephil station, heading towards to help repel pirates from this fine place. So we'll start on the right-hand side of the character keeper, heading towards the left. That means Cisco, you get to go first. Tell us about your character and, well, introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about your character.
All right. My name is Cisco. So happy to be back playing with Rich and you great people from the Gauntlet. I am playing Cincinnati Soul Run, who is the scoundrel. And Cincinnati loves his ship, loves his freedom, does not like authority over him. His confidence and his misguided calculation of his own capabilities have gotten him so far. He believes he is far more interesting than he really is. And he tells people things like, Minox will not chew at my ship, out of respect, because I am the most interesting man in the galaxy. And I am currently in the cockpit of the Duchess Gambit, trying to get us out of trouble. And in the way my mind works, the Duchess Gambit has like one of those like U-shaped steering wheels, um, and he's piloting that, and like the whole thing is shaking as we are like getting away.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Cisco. Next up is Andesh.
Hmm. Yeah, my name is Anders, he, him. I'm playing Telepath. She, her. She is a princess who escaped from an imperial occupied planet. I think currently she's in the. I was looking at the map of the ship here. She's in the crew lounge, where she's like pushed all the furniture away so that she can have her training sword out and practice her forms. And probably she's she's also set up like a target so she can do some practice shooting. It's, I mean, there's no range to be had there, but you make do.
That's amazing. And not at all helpful. So very noble of you. I love it. Next up is Stephen.
Hi, my name's Steven. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Tassa Bray, whose pronouns are she, her. And she's kind of the not a Jedi here. She's basically from an abandoned group, but doesn't follow the Jedi way, but is force sensitive. And we last saw her repairing the guns, and she had to reroute power from the hyperdrive and shut down the the smuggling compartments in order to get the guns back up and going. And now that she's done that repair, she's going to go back to, I think she's still in main engineering where she was before, and she's going to go back to the shields and try and get them powered back up to where they need to be.
Very cool. Also, as just a reminder, at the very end of our last session, Tirla attempted to reroute power to fix the guns and had a mixed success, and as a result of that move had to choose another system to go down. And I have a note that it was the hyperdrive. Is that what you recall, Stephen? Just to make sure.
Yes, it was the hyperdrive and smuggling compartments. So right as I pulled Tirla out of the smuggling compartments, we saw them get damaged.
Right. Cool. Thank you very much for that. And did we, yeah, they're even marked. Perfect. Last but certainly not least is our businessman character, Cody. Introduce yourself. Tell us about Mr. Business.
What's up? It's me, your boy. It's Cody. I use the he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Kaz Kengrave. Also, he, him. He is a bounty hunter, and he's something of an accountsman. He's here to make sure that the client's happy, that he's well paid, and the job is done. He is currently in the guns situated. I think it's a kind of beat up old chair, and he's dusting it off before he sits down in it. And while he's doing that, he's on a call speaking with his secretary. And he's getting a rundown of the current accounts. Where are they in the red? Where are they in the black? Who needs to be followed up on? What needs to be sent over? What documentation is needed to get these jobs out the door, off his plate, and his bank filled with sweet Republic credits. And yeah, that's all you need to know about Kaz.
Also, as a reminder, in case this is lost in the shuffle, Sadie was assigned to try to find out all the bounties on the various pirates you guys are going after, and cross-reference them to whatever they most likely are flying. But Kaz said, "Don't trifle me with the details." And
that's right.
Get to work, make it happen. I believe is yeah, I'm hearing excuses and I need to hear solutions type of deal. Is what
it's very much a, this is your job. If it was my job, I'd be doing it, obviously. I do the very hard work of going out there and getting these criminals. Sadie, I don't understand what you don't get.
I just want to check in, Cody. Do you envision your character as being punchable?
I think so, yes. I think he is punchable.
Whew, because I was feeling the urge to
he's-
punch him.
He's very punchable. Sometimes he's charming, but he's very much like, man, this guy is a prick.
Okay. You are exuding exactly what you intend, my friend. I love it. And no, I do like this character. This is great stuff.
I'd like to add to my wishes that cause punch. And then we have an awesome character arc by the end.
Punching. Okay. Cool. We pick up in the most bizarre of places, which is Tirlapath deciding in the middle of a combat run against pirates that's when she's going to practice her weapons. Ship is vibrating. The stabilizers are off. This ship is nowhere near as sleek or as powerful as what you are used to. You are, of course, very thankful that you insisted that Teresh would not be stowed away on this heap of junk that is the Duchess Gambit. And you hear grinding happening at one point back in the engine area, Tirlapath. That doesn't sound appropriate. What do you do?
There was a question in chat here about the end of session stuff.
We are! Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for the reminder. I had said this thing and then I got all excited and didn't introduce it. So because we cut the game short, we did not get to do end of session, and I definitely want to do that. So let's go around the horn thinking about our 90 minutes of fun last week. Look at your drives, and if you can point out how you demonstrated or struggled with your drive, you can mark XP. We'll go snake order. So Cause Kingrave, did you struggle with or demonstrate your drive?
I don't believe so. My drive was challenge, do something dangerous or foolhardy just to prove you can. I don't think that occurred in the last session. And actually, I wanted to ask, am I allowed to change my drive?
You
Because
are.
I think as we developed him, he's much more of a money man now. So
I think he is. I think
profit
it's
from a
time
hunt
to
is my
gain
new
profit
drive.
from a hunt. Exactly. It feels more appropriate. All right. That works for me. Toss a Bray. What about your drive?
My drive is uncover a hidden truth or reveal corruption, and I did not do that.
Yeah. I got to have more corruption going on. Don't worry. That's good. It's a good indicator for me. I will be mindful of that. What about Tirlapath?
My drive is revolution, subvert, or defy the system. And I think with the escaping from Imperial's stuff, that should play into that.
Yes, it does. Please mark drive at 1 XP. So you can just put a 1 there in the drive part. Add 1 more. Sorry if you already had 1. And then last but certainly not least, Cincinnati. What's your drive?
My drive is defiance, break the law, and certainly sending stormtroopers flying to their death, I think would qualify.
You bet. You guys did some defying of the law and stormtroopers, and that is another drive XP to be marked. So there was a question earlier about how the XP works. I'll try to demonstrate that quickly. If I fail, someone speak over me and make it clear. This is something I borrowed from the Dungeon World Character Keeper that I already found out there in the Gauntlet Play Aids folder. I just modified it. Every time you fail a roll, you would increase this by 1. As you notice, it says you got an XP. When you do your drive, you increase that by 1. Then we have some questions we're about to answer. You would add 1 if all of those are appropriate. And you see here, this goes up. So at some point, you fail a couple more rolls or 3 more rolls. Bam, you've hit 9 out of 9. Once you've reached that number, you've made a level. You then would go here, increase your level by 1. That means that the target goes up by 1. You clear all these out. Now, you might ask yourself or me, what if I forgot and now I'm at 10 out of 9? That's fine. You have to do math though as punishment. So you increase your level, and then you would just go and leave 1 there like that. Things to do when you make a level in this game is you choose a new move. Where do you choose moves from, Rich? I don't see. Well, hey, we go here to advanced class moves, and then I've unhid the classes that are in play. Oh, and I've unhid everything. What am I even doing? Anyway, it might be cool because some of these say, look at another playbook. So these are the advanced moves from 2 through 5. And then once you hit level 6, you have access to other moves, the master moves. So you choose one of those moves. Also, you increase one of your base stats by 1. These are the base stats. There are tip over points for all of these: 8, 12, 15, and 17. Each time you make a level, you can increase one of these. If for whatever, we're staying with Tasa, if Stephen chose to increase wisdom, then nothing would happen. But if you increase wisdom again, then your modifier becomes +3. For some reason, I thought that tick was different, but there you go. Let's see. Last thing is erase these tracking numbers in the rows. Does that clarify? Is everybody cool with that? Make sense? All right. Let's continue forward with our basic moves, end of session stuff here from previous. Did you have a thrilling adventure? I hope so. All right. For every yes, everyone marks XP. So everyone gets to mark an XP. Did you discover something about the galaxy or its history?
I don't think so.
You discovered that the League of Arcs is plagued by pirates.
That's
you
true.
Discovered that
You're
the
right.
Space
we
Patrol
showed up on a whole new place.
Are you guys look up to certain folks look up to the Space Patrol because they're so very polite and genuine. So I will say yes. We countermand you. I'm just going to say it's a yes. All right. Did you defeat a threat to the region or the people? Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of shakes head no, and I agree there. Did you recover or redeem someone or something once thought lost?
Yeah, the princess, right?
Yeah, there you go. You successfully recovered the princess. And Tila, you helped for that, so you get to get an XP as well. And then did you restore hope?
We're about to, hopefully.
Yeah, I think you're about to. Cool. Thank you for the reminder. So, again, we begin the actual game after the false start that I screwed up there. Tear Path taking a couple of shots at her makeshift shooting range as the ship is flying along. There's a point where you get almost thrown to the deck, and then you hear some grinding. It does not sound appropriate or pleasant. I don't mean like inappropriate grinding. I mean a kind of grinding that is not a good sign, at least not on the hollows. What do you do?
I think I kind of sigh resignedly, put my sword away, and go out because engineering is right outside, I think.
Yeah.
And what's going on? What's wrong? What have you done now?
Tassa looks out and is just greasy and desperate and maybe singed from some of the repairs she's been doing. And she's like, yeah. And she's basically like, working on the shields, but maybe she's not doing so good. She's about to jam like a big power conduit into a section of the shields that maybe it shouldn't go into.
That's amazing.
Here, you can't do that on your own. And Tila will jump in and start to maybe help, maybe just be in the way. I guess it depends on how the dice fall.
What makes you think you're qualified to do ship repairs on this ship?
Well, I can tell that you're not qualified, so at least it can't get any worse.
Amazing. Okay, Stephen, would you like to? How do you want Tasa to work on these repairs? Are you just slamming together with the reroute power, or were you looking for something else to engage with?
I could do reroute power. I also saw there's overcharge conduits, which we haven't done yet.
Ooh,
And they're
that
both
sounds
equally
fun.
bad for me.
I know.
The ship takes damage, ignoring armor whenever I spend all the hold. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm literally going to take like a big power thing and shove it in the wrong place. So let's see what
Cool. Undish has declared that Tirla is helping. So, are you telling Tasa how to do it here, Tirla?
No, I'm actually helping and not just telling her how to do it.
This is so cute. Roll plus the bond you have with Tasa, which I think is a
Yes.
1, right?
Yeah, it's always. I don't think can bonds be more than one.
No, but they could be 0. So
Okay. I think we have a 1 with everyone.
I think you do. We tried to get one connected to everybody. So
And doesn't Tirla have something special about?
she does. If she's bossing you around, she doesn't have to roll. But
Okay.
Tira's not. She's actually helping.
Okay.
That's true. You can have more than one bond, but they do. The number of bonds you have, you count it up.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right.
Well, this goes poorly. I get a 4.
Oh, so good. That's so good. Please, if you could, Tirla, because if you remember, Tassa's like shoving a conduit in. I think you're gonna get like electrocuted. You get a little shock. Please roll me a d4 AP as you get a wound. Yes, damage.
Ooh, so weird. I have to roll different dice.
I know something other than a d6. You
I
rolled
rolled a
so
4.
well.
That is good, right?
And do mark XP for a failed roll.
Yeah. I get. Do we level up right away, or do we
Yes.
wait
Yes.
downtime,
As
or-
long as you can go off to visit with Yoda and talk about. No, you just level up right away. Just choose that move.
I'll just do it when I have a minute. So I lose 4 hit points, right?
You do, man. That thing, I think it like arcs up. We smell burned hair. It like leaps across and just hits your hand. I think your hand is in rough shape. That's not great. Tasa, let's see how your overcharge works. You have no help. You just rolling plus con.
And Tassa's like, oops, and then shoves the power conduit.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
Okay. On a 7 to 9,
it.
you get 2 hold.
I do. And I think I'm going to immediately spend one of those hold to grant +2 armor against an incoming attack, putting our armor back where it was, I think.
Nice. That is great. Now, just so we're clear, I think the shields have been taken down a bit, so you're just putting the shields back up, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay,
I think
cool.
they had been at 3.
Mm-hmm. They went
And
down by 2, and you just restored shields. You hear that little overcharged sound? That's my sound effect for the day. You don't get any more. You're going to hold the other one for later, or did you have another choice you wanted to make?
I'm going to hold the other one until it comes up. Yeah.
Okay, don't forget, I will, but now it's on you. The burden's on your shoulders. Okay. Cincinnati, you see the Abesh part of the console readout of the shields. Just so we're clear, friends, shields are never expressed in percentages. That is a Star Trek thing. We're playing Star Wars. So if you tell me that the shields are at 83%, I will roll damage against your character.
We're gonna switch to a D100 system. Is that what's happening?
Oh no, there's no percentages. That's Star Trek stuff, friend. This is not Star Trek Adventures. This is Star Wars. It is shields up or shields are down. That's it. Angling the deflector shield is as close as we get to Star Trek here, friends. Okay. Sweet. So yeah, you hear the sound effect of the shields powering back up. Maybe we see a little indicator that goes up, but we don't see any numbers for some reason.
Of course.
Sin, you see that there are a couple of ARC's patrol ships that have come up, and they are like sidling up near you as if you are the tip of the spear. And you guys are heading. Oh, I know. Maybe they're gonna make you do stuff. I don't know. Maybe they just are impressed by you. Maybe they understand that the Duchess Gambit is worthy of such things. Also, it's a slightly bigger ship than their little cloud, not quite cloud carry deals, but they sidle up on either side to give you wingman support. And that is when, if you guys remember, the description of ARCs is that it is a gas super giant. I'm gonna say all three of those words in every possible combination, but what I mean to say is gas super giant. And there are all these like crazy gas clouds and pockets of air. And as you guys are heading, you see one of the sets of clouds parts, and there's a very large ship there with a number of pirate. It look a little like Cylon-y. I will steal from Battlestar, but not Star Trek. Who knows what rules I have to live by, friends? But one of those.
This man has no code.
I have no code. It's so true.
Like one of these.
Yes.
The
Like
fighters that look like
yeah,
that.
I love those. Like the gull wing kind of come forward look, and they're screaming out from the mothership, as it were. Mothership is like a Corvette size. It looks like it could carry about 8 of these starfighters, and they're screaming out. And Cincinnati, I'm curious what you do.
Man, we are going to assess the situation. And the way I picture that looks like for our ship in this world is Rosie has to do the equivalent of sticking her head out the window and looking out and telling me what she sees. So I think she gets loaded onto this like harness thing. She just sort of like shuffles onto it and then like literally lifts her up, and then like a hole opens up and like the top part of her head like peeks out from the ship, and then that's when the droid that is attached to her like comes to life and is actually like looking around, and it's like, tell me what you see out there, Rosie. And I would like to roll discern realities.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
All right, let's see what happens. A 6 + 2 is 8.
Oh, okay. So on an 8 with discern realities.
You get to ask one question.
I should have alphabetized these moves because I'm going to have trouble finding discern realities. There is you get to ask.
36E is an echo.
Yes, thank you very much. All right, you got your question. What do you want to know?
What should I be on the lookout for? And I'm specifically looking for like some sort of weakness, something we can exploit.
Okay, so you're looking for a weakness. Awesome. So you ask that question of your lovely droid Rosie, and Rosie says,
Well, it appears it's a dual engine freighter. If we take out those two, it will fall.
All right.
So the recommendation from Rosie is try to get around to the aft and attempt to take out the engines, because the shields seem to be pretty heavy, as well as armor plating along most of the freighter.
Well, Sin is known of liking big afts, and he cannot lie. So we're gonna head over to the aft. I assume this is Star Wars, so I could just get on the comm with my 2 wingmen and be like,
of course,
you heard the droid. Aim for those for the engines.
Sweet. They are going to assist you as you dial in an attack run. I am excited about this. Let's have you exchange broadsides. Well, it's not really exactly, but exchange broadsides, dogfight, or otherwise shoot a vessel that is shooting back. You get to roll with advantage because these 2 ARC's Space Patrol are helping you.
Let's go, Rosie.
Arc
And-
System Patrol. That's it. Yeah.
Arc System Patrol. Let's go, Rosie and Wingman. All right.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, actually, should this be Cause? Now that I realize.
Oh.
It,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in the gun, so
Yeah,
Cause
do the
assuming that's
pew-pew.
using that.
Sorry about that.
That would be your assist for Cause, right?
Hmm.
I'm sorry, that's kind of what I assumed was being rolled. Was you did your discern realities, and you're going to help someone else. But
Yeah, go ahead and roll plus bond, but you're acting on the answer, so you gain advantage to aid Cause on his shot. That sounds cool. So
Okay.
Cincinnati, go ahead and roll plus 1, 3d6 plus 1 to aid.
3d6 plus 1. Okay. All right, here we go.
Oh, wow. That is
I rolled a 6. I got my first XP from
you
a
get
6
an
minus.
XP. All right, awesome. Please, if you could, roll me a D10 as you are going to deal with a random ship system disabling.
Oh. Oh my
Oh.
gosh. Oh no,
So
no.
you
That
rolled
was
a 3.
6.
Oh,
Oh, I
wait,
did?
you rolled a D6? So it's a D10. So you
A
rolled a
D10,
D10,
okay,
you got a
sorry.
3, but you still had your plus 1 modifier. We'll go with a 3.
Okay.
So the 3 would be, and just so everybody, because I want to show this because I thought it was a pretty neat little idea that Stellar Conflict has. So whenever a random ship system is disabled, you roll a D10 and mark the box with that number. So the numbers are disabled on a 1, disabled on a 2. Oh no!
What happens on a 3?
Oh.
So
Oh no.
perfect timing. It turns out fair. Oh, on a help too. So I think, Sin, what you do is your help. Maybe you reroute some of the power. You got some more shield power. You dip a little bit to the gun, and the gun it pulses, causes it in your hands, and then that same wire that had just been put in and like overheats, and you see smoke come up from the little plastic casing over the wire, and the display goes pew again, like moments before. Just got fixed. Oh, this is the greatest.
Could I add that since I rolled the 6 minus, that the reason it overheated is because we actually took some fire? Because
Oh
I
yeah. That
I
sounds
sort
cool.
of rushed into the fray way too soon.
Oh yeah, totally. I think they've got. I'm biting off of Gorian shards. How they've got the little turrets that are like the ball turret that comes out. So they don't have as many as Gorian shards because that was a lot. But like somebody tracks you guys just perfectly, and then bam, it hits, and the gun powers down again. Poor Tassa, just can't catch a break. You just fixed it. Cause, what do you do as your attempt to fire on the ship is thwarted?
Yeah, I think Kaz is getting it lined up. It's the turbo lasers. It's labeled BFG, so I assume it's kind of like heavy to move. It's one of those big, turrets that you wheel around in, and it just kind of dies. And Sin, your guns. I thought we paid for these to be repaired. What do I? And he climbs out of his chair, and I attempt to repair this. I'm not sure if that's a move I can actually take or not. I'm trying to look to see if that's like a, if you're not. Thing like, is it a basic move? Is it a ship move?
It
It's
is
a
a
ship
ship move.
Okay, ship
it's a ship move. I did this last time. It is the middling response is you have to damage 2 other things.
It is harsh.
Yeah.
We can talk about it after.
Rerouting power. Okay.
Yep.
See, it's not repairing one thing; it's pulling power to get it back online. And if you goof, you goof. Okay.
It's plus int. It's plus int. Which
well, that's perfect
for you,
because
I'm
I'm
You're very smart.
I'm a very intelligent businessman.
Hyper intelligent businessman.
Let me go ahead and change my dice pool out. I was really counting on that help. No problems. All right. So here we go. I get an 8. So
Hey!
I disable other. Is that what you said?
Yes, it's exactly what. This is
Okay.
amazing.
This
This
is
is the
wild.
most swashbucklery starship system I have ever witnessed. I love it. So,
So-
7 to 9, you also damage or disable 2 systems of your choice. You don't have to roll randomly, but you do have to
Yeah.
choose.
I will repair the weapons. I will disable this. Okay, wow. Yeah. Everything's just getting blasted apart. You know what? Kaz doesn't know what he's doing. I'm gonna roll randomly, if that's all right with you.
You could always redamage the weapons that way, though.
And if
you're
so,
okay
that's
with
what
that, good.
happens.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh my
All right, I'm
God.
rolling 2d10 and I'll just take the 2 results.
I remember that time.
A 6 and a 10. So auxiliary engines are disabled and navigation is disabled.
Oh God.
But the gun is
No,
ready.
jeez.
I got that
Oh,
locked in. Hop back in the chair. All right, I've taken care of the guns. This should be no problem. Go ahead, let's line up on that aft engine.
Wow. This is amazing. Tassa, you are seeing you're back in the engineer. You've been making some repairs. You just took off one, then you see more red lights start flashing. You hear wee 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 boo. Blip, blip. Yeah, and power levels are going all over the place. It's getting really hot in here. Because like there's not enough coolant. You see that all of a sudden the navigation is fried, and yeah, she's in rough shape at this point. I think you're awesome. It like locks up. It goes from power steering to like one of those ancient Jeeps from like 1940s where you're like, oh God, and you'd be rolling with disadvantage for until that is repaired. And because you get a shot, you can get a shot off. You come around, see the huge white heat of the engines.
Perfect. That's all I need. You know, all we need is one shot. Once this is taken care of, we can figure everything else out later. All right. So for me, it is BFG, which is strength. Strength I only have 0 in. So oopsies. Just straight 2d6. And I get an 8.
Hey! That is awesome. On a 7 to 9, you deal your damage to the enemy, and the enemy makes an attack against you.
It's not a problem. So we just roll the damage straight up?
Yes, you roll your damage.
Okay, and the damage for our guns is
it
near
is you.
2 piercing.
No, it's what you do. So your damage die is a D10.
Oh, right.
It's okay. We got it.
It's all coming together.
It's awesome. Love it.
So D10 damage. Come on, baby. 6.
Ooh, that's nasty. That is definitely going to hurt. By the way, the name of this ship is the Merrimack. So the ship, you see one of the engines starts to falter a little bit. You took out the shields that were over top of it, and the shield itself is kind of flaming at this point. It's like it's starting
I
to
got
flame
it, Zen.
out
It's
a
no
little.
problem. This thing's going to go down in any minute now. Oh, they're firing back.
Yeah, so what happens, their attack back, is you feel, oh, what are they going to do? Oh, yeah. So they don't have a tractor beam. The Merrimack is not large enough for such a thing. But what they do have is effectively like a gravitational gun that they point, and it's right between the engines that kind of pops out, and you guys start to flip around like without navigation for a moment. Their attack is they send you guys spiraling like a barrel roll that doesn't quite end. Whole world rotating around, or all of space rotating around for you. Let's cut to Telepathy. You just maybe your fingers don't work for a little while. I'm not sure. That hurt a lot. What are you doing? As everything's going crazy in here. Yes. Thank you for the do a barrel roll quote. That makes me happy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure what I can do that's useful. Actually, I'm going to because I upgraded my inspiring individual move. I'm going to try to do that.
Oh, nice.
But no, actually, wait. That's just it gives armor, it gives damage. Mind is shaken clear of enchantment. That's not. I'm not sure either of those are really useful.
Hmm.
It sounds like if it's +4 to damage, that could help me the next time I make a shot, but we have
That's
other
true.
more pressing things, I guess. So, but I'm happy for that. I'd love to dish out more damage.
Yeah. Because I'm not sure what else I could do that's useful. I mean, I could try to repair something that's damaged now that we really want, but it's probably just going to make things worse. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Yeah, I think I will like pop my head up behind, cause like scramble up the ladder and pop up behind Cos, and I know that this ship isn't all we could ask for it to be, but I trust that you can handle this. You can take them down. Um, so I get to choose. The improvement is that I get to choose 2 of these things, so you're definitely getting extra damage. And I guess I'm giving you armor in case you take damage from something. And then I roll with Charisma, which is +2. That's a 9. Inspiration still works, but you draw unwanted attention or put yourself in a spot. GM's choice.
GM's choice, huh? Huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Real
Yeet.
quick,
I like
I
it.
think as you're saying that, Tirla, Cos puts his hand over the microphone or over the comm. He's like, he can hear everything you're saying. It's kind of rude. We did a lot to rescue you, but thank you. Yes, I'll make the shot.
Okay. First thing that happens, Tierla, you move up, you start to have that conversation. Out of the port hole, you see that your wingman to port is left, starboard is right. To the starboard side. Sorry, Rich has to do that. I'm slow. Boom. Just gets blasted out of the sky. Ah! Throws sparks forward, and then you see it break apart. And yeah, the comms were open. What you just shared, they are hearing, and we cut to the bridge of the Merrimack, and someone is like doing a little bit of dialing, and they're behind a console, and then a picture, a little hollow picture of Tierla Path comes up, and they capture some information. Captain, and we don't see the captain quite yet, but that's the moment that we have. Cool. So you have inspired folks. You get 2 effects instead of 1, correct?
Yeah. So he gets the +1d4 forward damage and +2 armor forward.
Nice. Did you already state that and I just didn't?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. Excellent.
That's okay. You got a lot.
Let's cut to Tassa. You've been left by Tierla. Maybe that's good. I don't know. What do you think? What are you doing?
Everything starts to light up here in the repair room, in the engine room, and I'm like, cark this, and I head towards. We have guns on either side. Is that right?
I think our ship only has
Twin
one right now.
I think it's twin engines. Didn't you guys choose twin? Or am I misremembering?
Oh, is it engines or guns? I'm sorry.
We have auxiliary engines.
Oh, okay. So in that case, I think I'm just going to say cark this. What was it that just blew up? That we saw kind of blow up and...
Oh, the thing that you saw blow up was one of your wingmen got blown up.
Oh, okay. So I think I'm gonna run out to one of the. Let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna run out to where I see that explosion, and I'm gonna concentrate real hard, and I'm gonna put out my hand, and I'm gonna push like that fireball towards one of the engines.
Oh, that's
And
wicked.
I'll do this as exchange fire, right?
Literal goosebumps.
Yeah. Literal fire.
Because I don't.
Uh,
That feels better than volley. I think it's the same stat, but yeah.
so you're doing the exchange fire from Duchess Gambit. That sounds amazing. You. Yeah. So you're using the force to throw something at someone, and you don't want to use volley. You want to try to use exchange fire.
I can do volley. I think it's the same either way.
Yeah, let's go volley. It feels
Okay.
more appropriate with
Okay.
what you're doing.
No
Man,
problem.
you're just using the fire. You're just using the force. It's crazy. I love this. You're doing a telekinetic assault, right?
I am.
Nice.
Take aim and shoot at an enemy in range. At range, roll plus dex. So let me roll that. That's a +2. Oh, that's a 6.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Here's what happens. You guys realize that making characters is really easy in this game. So if this crew and a whole ship is blown up, just for the second half of the session, we'll make new characters
I
who
called
are
dibs on
inspired.
Rosie.
Just floating off. And,
Yeah.
okay.
I called dibs on the secretary who's gonna
Right?
come back for revenge.
We all play secondary characters.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's it. It's like we totally need to do the Mandalorian third season thing of like, hey, let's do all these side characters. They're the main characters now. It's great. Tassa, you reach out with the force. You are trying to aim that ball of flame and throw it at the ship, at the Merrimack. You feel it, like you feel the heat and that connection you use with the force. But when you try to direct that force force with force, try to direct the fire, the fireball towards the Merrimack, you sense it start to move, and then it stops, and you feel something else pushing back against it. And it's enough of a surprise. Like if you've been prepared for it, maybe it wouldn't be a closer contest. But how long has it been since you interacted with someone else who had powers like you?
I think this is something in my society that's very common. It's part of the training that we go on. But boy, it's probably been a year or two since I've been traveling around and off planet, away from my culture. So it's quite a surprise. It's like
So
most
this
people I
is the
haven't
first
exercised.
person who has the first individual you've encountered using the force since you've left home years ago.
Yeah.
And that ball of fire like flame, it doesn't hit anyone. It just gets shoved away and it dissipates. It actually lights up some of the cloud. So there's this rippling effect, kind of like if you've ever seen fire catch on a piece of plastic and how it just dissipates and crackles a little bit. But yeah, there is someone you believe on board the Merrimack who has powers like you. What do you do, Tassa?
I'm going to get ready and I'm going to reach out to see if I can't find out more about them through the force.
Nice. We'll cut away
Reach
from
out
you
with your
as you start to-
feelings.
Love that. Oh man, I almost did a work side story that amuses me, but I'm not gonna. Maybe coming back from break. So you're gonna start to do that. Let's cut away from you. Let's see, who have we not seen? I don't think we've seen Cincinnati do much in a moment here. Teal is trying to help out Cause. Cause is a lost cause. Cincinnati
Did
things
we
are
not take
bad.
damage on that? That wasn't exchange fire rate. It was something else. Okay, I'm just checking. I just make sure.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. How much more damage do you need? Like
All of it. Give us
No.
it all. We can take it, Rich.
what the reaction was not that you take damage, but the revelation that there's someone on board the Merrimack who has powers with the Force. So, Cincinnati. What is it that you wish to do? Navigation is shot. Your ship is in bad shape. Do you get a little coded message from Rosie saying, "We could fix the hyperdrive and leave"?
Yeah, but we're not doing this for the credits. We're doing this for a bunch of credits. So we can't, we can't pull out now. We can't.
You're being brave. That's so good.
For money, is that still called brave? I don't know. I think that's one of the bonds that Cause and I have is that payday is the best day, and we're both in a good. Maybe that's the one day we don't snip at each other, is on payday, and we actually take a day off. I think, man, I have to maneuver in a way that it's gonna like help Cause here take another good shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it sounds like you are trying to aid or abet your buddy Cause. Go ahead and roll to aid him. You do have to roll with disadvantage because you are aiding by navigating, and your navigational systems are basically down.
Yeah. Okay. Do I still get that +1 from my earlier discern realities? Because I'm still
Sure, you're still acting on
massaging
that.
the.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. So it
You're
really should be
effectively rolling
+2.
3d6 plus 2, but you have to take the 2 worst dice.
Okay.
You're just an XP making machine. That's what you are.
That's a good way to spin it. Oh no.
That is 3. That's 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6.
Oh jeez. All right.
Yeah, that's a thing. I have a hard move reaction, and I think it's going to be damage to the ship. Please roll. The Merrimack is putting a hurt on you guys as you're trying to give Cause that perfect. You end up rotating, and well, I don't know exactly what position you're at because that could be randomly assigned. Please roll a d10. The good news is that this damage will be hitting off of your shields first, but
Oh, that's good. Okay. 8. I hope that's good. Is that not good? That's not good, is it?
So you lose, your shields are down. They're not disabled, but you've drained out your shields, and then the rest will flow to your hull as you take 5 points to the hull. By the way, she has 10 hull points, so that hurts. You feel it. The ship just kind of rocks as a couple of the turrets on this ship, as you're rotating around, you come back into their fire arc, and they just unload on you like they were waiting for you. And you see one guy dial in like he's going to take you out, and then one of the little cloud cars like zooms in, takes the shot, and is completely destroyed.
So brave.
And
So brave.
that was Patrolman Carmen, who took that last hit.
Oh no, he was 2 weeks from retirement. Not Carmen. Oh no, his kids.
Okay. Cosgrove, many Bothans have died to get you a shot on the Merrimack at this point. Let's see how this goes. 1d10 plus 1d4. This is gonna be fine.
First, all it takes is the shot. It's just one good shot is all you need. So 2d6, no modifiers because I don't have the strength for this BFG. Hey, I get a 5. Hey, bump, 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 da-na.
Amazing. Sweet. So you click, you fire upon the ship, and it it hits the shield's hold. You're not rolling damage. Basically, it's just a glancing blow. The shields hold, and then they fire back on you. Please roll a d10, as another ship system will be disabled.
I
Oh,
rolled
sorry,
an
cause. Oh,
I
you
rolled
did another 8. I thought it was the same. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
8.
good stuff. So
good.
with
Pretty good.
an 8, that appears that will be the wow. So the hyperdrive's already destroyed. That's amazing. How lucky of you. I'm not gonna roll it forward because it would go to smuggling compartments which are already down, or auxiliary engines. No, it's just, your comms are down. That sounds amazing. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, the board starts to fry. Your headset is useless, cause, and let's cycle to Tassa because you were reaching out with the force or something. What are we doing here?
And this is Dire Straits. Yeah, so I think I'm going to try and reach out to see if I can't potentially block whatever the others are trying, the other on the other ship is trying to do, just to give us a fighting chance. So, what do you think this is? Is this a parlay,
Oh,
maybe?
what are you trying to do? Sorry, I just.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm reaching out to try to, I know that there's something else out there, and I know that they could interfere with us, and I'm trying to put a stop to it. Basically, I'm trying to see what's there and block it. This could be a defend.
It could be a defend. It could be an attempt to parlay.
Yeah, it could be that.
I kind of like for this first contact here to be a parlay because
Fantastic.
you have the intention of defending, but also you need to know what's going on, who's defending,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. So let's have you do that. What does that look like as Tassa casts out into the void for someone else who's able to wield the force?
Yeah, so I think that she reached out and she was going to throw the debris, into the engine to cause backwash. And, we see her, hand movements, kind of directing it. And then the hands suddenly stop where they're not supposed to. And then there's a pushback. And I think that's whenever she kind of closes her eyes and, concentrates and tries to get through to where the originating point is. So we see something, and, we on the screen, all the kind of din of the damage, the ship is shaking and all that kind of muffles a little bit. And we see like explosions outside. Let's roll a parlay. Oh, I'm great at this. I'm great at
Oh,
this.
so perfect.
Okay, let's see what this looks like.
Hey,
That's a 9. Hi.
I can't believe it. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. So, on a 7 to 9 with parlay, this whoever this is, and we'll detail out this connection in just a minute. They're going to reveal something you can do to convince them, though it'll likely be costly. So you reach out, trying to find someone else who's on your wavelength, for lack of a better term, and you feel a connection, a handshake. You feel another presence. They're not Twi'lek, they're not human. You get a vague picture of them. They are female. If you want to get a picture, you can head to the NPCs down in row 31. They are a Zabrak. Their skin color is a dusky yellow, like a mustard.
Mhm.
with the black stripes and other sigils that the Zabrak are common. You know, her name is Sombra. What are you doing on such a pitiful ship?
Protecting those that need it. What are you doing misusing your powers in such a way?
We prey
Misusing
upon
your abilities. Yeah.
we prey upon the weak. They either become strong or they disappear.
And when something stronger shows up, you disappear?
Nothing stronger has ever shown up.
I guess you're
But I
lucky.
am ready. No, I am not lucky. I have not encountered another like you. Are you begging for mercy?
Oh, no. No. Are you offering your surrender?
In no way shall I surrender to you, child. However, I will allow you to survive this, to learn. Break off the attack, and we will not fire upon you again. If you continue, then you will be destroyed. She doesn't sound terribly if you're destroyed, it doesn't really break her heart. She'd be more disappointed in you.
Okay.
What do you do?
I don't think I answer. I think I'm going to hold the connection open, so there's something there, but I'm just not going to answer.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we have been going at it for quite a while, and I promise I will be here on the other side of this break. All right.
Just
Okay, we are back from break, and we wanted to talk a little bit. Seeing the fail whale has created this a little bit of a spiral. Stephen, you wanted to mention something to the group. Let's talk.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask, how everyone felt about the way things were going, right? Do y'all want to push this and see where it goes? Do you want to see where where fortune lies us? Or I have an I have an idea which would basically be there's a ramming speed move which does a lot of damage to them and to us, and I could pilot the ship into them and y'all could escape on the escape pod,
so
and
here's
then I
my
could roll up a new character.
here's my immediate reaction to that. I would rather us play to see where I would rather all or nothing. I'd rather we all make it out or none of us make it out, because ramming speed, that's very rad. I'm into it, but I almost feel like it would be weak to use it now, because it's just like,
Okay.
it's just pirates. It's like, I am here for the sacrifice, the holdo maneuver in the future when it's against the big bad. But here I'm like, it just doesn't feel like it'd be right to have that happen, is how I feel personally.
Okay, that sounds
But
good.
conversely,
Yeah,
I would feel completely right if we got blown the hell out of the sky, because that's just the way it's been going. So that's just
Perfect. That sounds great. You're on mute.
Excellent conversation. Anyone else have things they want to throw in, or should we?
Yeah, I wanted to ask. Obviously, I'm behind the wheel. So I can get us out of here, or I have a move, and I think Cody's going to be for this because he's already balls to the wall. But I have a move whereby I can escalate the stakes, or I can get us out of here. I keep forgetting that I have luck points, so I can.
Oh, yes, you scoundrel.
You fiend.
So if the stakes go high enough, it shouldn't be too bad, at least right away. And it has to do with
Just
me
so we're
doing
clear,
my-
it says when you roll a miss.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just have to remember to use it.
Yeah,
So
I will do my best. I will endeavor to try to help you
Oh.
remember.
I appreciate
Honestly,
that, thank you.
a little bit of table talk, a little bit more table talk. I'm not sure how we are getting out of here because our hyperdrive's disabled, our auxiliary engines are disabled. I don't think we have normal engines that are not disabled. Like everything we
Sublight.
have,
There are sublight engines.
are they?
Yeah, it's our hyperdrive. That's so we can tuck tail and run back to the planet. Where
Our
there is more
hyperdrive and our
defense.
auxiliary engines are both down,
Yeah,
but
so
we
I
have
get-
normal engines.
Is normal
It's-
engines just like they're never destroyed, they're never
It's
disabled kind of
speed.
thing?
It's under speed.
Speed.
Yeah, disabled on one.
Yep.
It's, age
Thrusters.
5.
There it is. Okay, cool. All right. So we do still have basic maneuverability. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that
Okay,
makes sense.
Do we have enough that we could tuck tail and run back to Arts?
Here's the thing. Just you do.
Okay.
However, remember, Ark's lost all power. Obviously, the pirates are headed that way. So you'll be running to, which it's fine to if you want to defend it off ship and all that stuff. But I just want to be clear, you could just stop attacking and drift for a little while, and this pirate ship is going to go until Tasa said, "Hey, by the way, I've got superpowers." But the ship is going to angle towards. It's been heading towards the ship. I haven't done a good job of communicating that effectively.
Okay.
But it's come out of the cloud. While you guys there are other space patrol who have come in. This is a big honking battle, but they're about to lay into the ship, the station itself.
So they have bigger fish to fry, essentially. If we get out of the way, they'll go for Arcs.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Okay.
then we're abandoning a bunch of civilians and such to the pirates.
I
I
think
could see how you'd have reservations about that, Tyrla.
I think yeah, but hey, they're pirates. We don't need to play fair. I think we drift for a minute, line up a killer shot, fix a couple systems real fast, and then take them out.
Okay. The other idea that I was going to pitch to you guys is that I use my con artist ability and try to talk my way into pretending that I'm somewhat important. Rich, I don't know how you feel about named characters in your game, but I was going to throw a Hail Mary and pretend that I was a named character. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
And then hope that they take us prisoner kind of thing.
Yeah, that we parlay face to face. So it's very
Oh,
Jack Sparrow.
That's amazing.
That's another thing I would hold off until the end, I think. Maybe, as they're about to, line up the killing shot, if we can interrupt that a little bit, then you can say, hey, or you could just lie, not just about who you are, you could lie about who we have on board.
I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah. Could we? I mean, this is stupid, but it gets us out of being in a ship that's about to blow up. Could we board them?
There are hangars. There is a hangar on this very large frigate. That is
Interesting you use the word very large frigate. That feels like you're telling us something.
I mean, it's a. I mean, fictionally, it's a way to get us out of.
Off the
You're
plane.
in this thing that's about to explode, and that will definitely kill you. Into
And
a
let me-
situation where
and let
there are
me
overwhelming odds, and you'll lose,
Yes.
but you don't immediately die.
and again, because I don't think I at all have communicated this. You're in breathable air right now, right? You're in that pocket of the super gas giant thing. The gas super. You're in a pocket of air. So if you guys fly out of the ship, you don't immediately die and turn into frozen corpses.
I've got one other thing that is on deck. I have one hold left from my overcharge thing. And my plan was, as soon as Cause took another shot, to add on another D4 damage. So that would give you an extra 2d4 damage. As soon as I do that, we take a d6 worth of damage, and we have 5 damage left. So
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there to make sure everyone's okay, that I potentially blow up the ship by overcharging and doing the extra damage. I'm just saying.
I'm so I know this is it's just me. I'm the fact that it's like this close on either side, where it's like we could do this, but like maybe deep down I would be addicted to gambling, and right now this is me realizing it, because I'm like, we should do it. It's like we could do it, we could pull it off. It's but it, you know, I'm fully aware there's a lot.
Are you're angling towards the glass cannon, Cody? Is what you?
Yes, I think so, because I think I did a ton with that first shot. We have a bunch of bonuses. I think we could do it if we could just line up that shot. I think we can do it. Again, I thought that and then I failed, so maybe I'm wrong.
I want to try. I want to try,
Yeah.
because
So I like the plan that we've talked about, which is we power down and we look like we're floating and disabled, line up that shot, and then pull it off.
Okay. So anything else, or shall we spin back up into the fun?
My only request is that I get a chance to tell Cos exactly how he's going to do the shot.
Well, you're in the gunner seat with me, right? You're next to me, telling me all about what I should be doing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, and if we do blow up in a fiery furnace in space, I would like a chance for Sis to tell Tirla that they're related.
Yes.
That's the only thing.
Real quick, Rich, some mid-game wishes in case we all die.
Mid-game wishes. It's the Make-A-Wish Star Wars Foundation. That's what it is.
But it's not going to happen. We're going to live. This is
That's
the
right.
bold kind of action that
That's
the
right.
Force likes.
Cody, I like you as a player, man. You were built for PBTA. You're like, go big or go home. Let's do this.
Love it. Okay, we are back in. We spin back up. The ship, it's smoking. There are score marks all across her. The beautiful painting on the Duchess Gambit, the noblewoman with her cape billowing. The cape is completely, it's just one long scorch mark. Her beautiful face, that stern but almost powerful face, is a huge hole in the side of her face, and you see there's a little bit of oxygen kind of coming out of that hole from the ship itself, because your life support systems are holding at this point. But Cincinnati, wall of red across your consoles, cause you've got hold of the targeting system, but there's like oil just spurting out of a couple of fissures in it. It's barely holding together. Occasionally it kind of winks out, and then the targeting system will come back on. There's a huge crack along the glass screen. And Tassa, you know there's someone very powerful on the Merrimack, and that person has told you that you are not worthy, that you can only surrender, that you have no hope here. I'm going to start with the captain, with our smuggler, Cincinnati. What do you do? You could cut and run right now. You know, your smuggler, like you've been taught in the many years that this is the point. Cut your losses and you go. What do you do?
Okay. I am going to try and open up all channels and do the possum maneuver.
Yes.
As everyone knows, of course, the possum maneuver is when you open up all channels and you hail as if you had done this by accident, and you claim that all systems are down and you're dead in space when we're really not.
The comms are
Okay.
disabled. Yeah.
Yeah, that everything is disabled, that we are useless. So something along the lines of like, all systems are down. Everyone, we're dead in space. We're drifting. We're no good here. And I don't know. What I'm trying to do is buy us time. So maybe mechanically
Mm-hmm.
that translates to defend, because I'm trying to protect the ship.
I
Or
think you are trying to defy danger by charming or bluffing here.
okay.
So,
Or alternatively, let me. Well,
yeah. I'll listen.
yeah. I'm wondering if my con artist move, but you know what? Defy danger charisma.
They both hit off of charisma.
Sure. Yeah.
But I think con artist is good. Yeah, so you're doing the possum maneuver and using your con on it, artist.
Mhm.
So let's have you go roll plus charisma. I like the options that you have there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Although the string of lies is going to be interesting. But
We're dead in space here. How are you? All right, here we go. Okay. So I rolled a 4, and that's bad. But I have luck. And so I would like to use my luck point.
Okay, I think that is smart.
Yes, indeed. And with my luck, when you roll, you may spend 1 luck and re-roll. Okay. All right, let's re-roll. Come on, man. Come on. We're gonna re-roll here. Use a luck.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
All right. Awesome maneuver.
Blow on those virtual dice.
Yeah, right. All right, here we go. There's no dice when you roll. Okay, let's add some dice.
Just adding more tension.
What do you got?
Okay.
A +2. You have a +2.
Okay, 6 + 2.
Okay, on a 7 to 9 with con artist, you are successful, but the GM will tell you that one of the following has happened. You have to make a whole string of lies, which is dangerously flimsy as a result. The person you hoodwinked is still suspicious of you. Your lie is believed, but it attracts unwanted attention. I think I'm going to go with not declaring which of the choices I'm making, but you flip the engine off. Sublight engines are off. Hyperdrive's already out. You're willingly giving up the speed. You let her just have a little bit of rotation, and as it rotates around, the Merrimack moves on. The one wingman that you lost both wingmen, right? But you see that the Space Patrol, there are 4 more ships that have come up, and they're herring dogfights against the other pirate starfighters. By the way, I shared a pic in chat. I think that's pretty cool, kind of gull-wing style. There's a moment when that ship pulls away that you've got the perfect shot, and no one. Maybe this is what Cincinnati was setting up for you. What do you do?
I think Kaz starts wheeling the gun right into place, starts really kind of dialing it in, tear low over his shoulder. Real silent. It's like dead quiet. It's perfect. Here it is. Here's the shot.
Now, you have to aim just to the left, just to the port side, if you will, of the engine. That's where the vulnerable spot is. You'll hit straight into the fuel line. Everything will blow. Just no, left. I said left.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so annoying. I love it.
And he will
You are
aim to the
rolling
left
with advantage.
Rolling with advantage. Okay.
And you are, I think you're not exchanging fire, because the person the option I've chosen of those means that they are not firing back on you. So it is just a straight up volley. You're going to
Straight up
take aim
volley.
and shoot at an enemy at range. Roll plus
And I still,
dex.
because it is a big gun, I'm still using strength instead of dex, right? Or is that
Yeah.
only for the ship? Okay.
No, she's a big gun. So
All right. So 3 dice plus 0. Here it comes.
Yes.
All right, now we're cooking.
Let's
9
go.
or 10 because it's with advantage. It's 10.
Yeah, it is a 10. And it's flat for you because of strength. But on a 10 plus, you have a clear shot. Deal your damage. Now, Steven, you had said Tassa was using the second hold.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Do you
I think
sense
this
this
is-
and know? What's this like?
I think what we see is as Cause is kind of lining up the shot, and he's lining up the shot, and we see the sparks kind of coming out of the console, and the big conduit that's going into the gun itself. As Cos is turning it, it's like getting looser and looser, like it's gonna fall out, and then suddenly it like snaps into place fully, and we see it light up, and that's the overcharge. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, with that success, you get to deal your damage, which means, Cause, you are rolling 1d10 and 2d4.
Here it is, baby.
Wow. That's
10.
impressive. 10 points of damage. What does it look like when you take out the second engine of this ship?
Yeah, I think the shot goes a little left, and the freighter drifts right into it. It takes out the second engine, and there's a brief pause as the freighter stays aloft in air only a moment, riding that thrust, and then it starts slowly drifting into the gas giant and going down and down and down and down. And there's nothing for it to crash into until it
That's
reaches
right.
the heavy, massive center of the planet.
Yeah, and you see like rats in a sinking ship. You see the pirate starfighters all break and out of it. It disappears into that cloud, and then Tassa, you feel something, and then there's this sleek black ship that I'm going to show you guys a picture of it because I like it.
I have to roll damage on our ship.
Let's see this cool visual first.
Yeah, see the cool visual first.
Just cause. Yeah.
This ship
Oh,
slides up out of the cloud and then disappears into hyperspace.
That's nice.
Just wickedly gone. And you feel the presence leave you. So please roll damage on your own ship.
can we screen share this dice roll so that we all can watch this nightmare happen at once? We have 5 hull points. If that D6 is a 5 or a 6, we're destroyed. We're blown apart.
Yeah. Okay. Here it goes.
Yo!
2.
Oh,
1,
so stressful.
2. Life support is disabled.
No, it was damage. That
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
damage.
damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sorry. That's better.
because this was a straight up. We take that many D6 damage.
Yeah, I think you guys fire off that shot and shields are down. Most of your systems are down. If any of these starfighters were to turn its attention on you, you would be toast. Cincinnati, you just saw Cause Kingrave pull off a shot maybe you've seen in a hollow before, but you've never seen an actual person do that much with the gun. The guns on your ship, they're not rated to do the amount of damage that was laid into the Merrimack. She disappears into the cloud. Something else comes out of the cloud and disappears. You do.
So the mothership is gone, but we still have a bunch of fighters.
There are a bunch of fighters. You're not sure if they have hyperspace engines or what. There are a few remaining ships from the space patrol.
Okay. I guess let's assess the situation.
Okay.
Okay.
That is a good idea.
All right. I'm gonna use the ship's systems again. Do we have sensors, or did we lose those?
Do you have sensors?
Pretty
You
sure
still have
sensors.
sensors.
Yay!
You can do a
huzzah.
sensor sweep.
Let's do a
You
sensor
also
sweep.
you also have the I've got a bad feeling about this. Is this
That's
the same?
right. Okay. Oh, thank you for looking, Stephen. I'm okay.
I don't know that those questions apply any better, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have to roll. And you know the way we've been rolling, maybe I don't want to roll right now. So even though it looks like we've made strides toward the positive direction, I have a bad feeling about this. So I'm gonna spend a moment surveying the area. And not only am I gonna look at the sensors, but I think on camera, like I'm peeking out of the cockpit and using my eyeballs as well. I get
Sounds
to ask you two questions here, and you must answer truthfully. Rich,
Yeah.
is there a trap here? Or an ambush? And if so, where?
So the answer is yes and no. There is no trap out here where you are right now.
Okay.
However, you realize that this drawing all the space patrol out after shutting the systems down on the station is an excellent misdirect if they have pirates on the station itself. You're fine. As far as you know, these starfighters, the fight is out of them. At this point, they are trying to buddy up, pull evasive maneuvers, and just get out of this because the Merrimack went down.
Oof. Okay. What can okay, I think that answers the question. Where's my best way in or out or through? Is there a trap or ambush here? I already asked that. What here is the biggest threat? Immediately, probably the fighters. What can I see that no one else can?
Can I see that no one else can?
Yeah, I guess let's do that.
Being a smuggler, with the eye on the prize of making some easy credits. From the way the space patrolman, who is now dead, readily asks for your help, you realize that you have an excellent opportunity here. An inside job. Oh God, I want to say yes. But no, that Neffel Station would be one hell of a mark if you can get into the station and either help to repel boarders or figure out why they're attacking Neffel Station. Is it a person? Is it a thing? What are they after? The payday could be pretty sweet, and payday is the best day.
Payday is the best day.
Is that a fair answer to what you can see that no one else can't?
Yeah, it sounds like what you're saying is that they're not here to attack just a prosperous, place. Like there's something more that they want.
Yes.
Than just creds. Okay. I think on camera, we just have that moment where like the camera is like zooming in closer on my face, and like the audience sees the gears grinding, and I just go, it's a trap. And I just push the button, man. And I'm like, get me what is the equivalent here on ARCs? The mayor, the superintendent? What is the title?
Oh, it's a corporate oligarchy, so the executive in charge, the EIC, the CEO, the president.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Get me the CEO.
There we go.
And I think maybe off screen, I'm relaying down that there is the killer is inside the house, and that there is pirates down there already.
Oh, comms are offline, sir.
Oh, geez,
You are
Louise!
told by Rosie.
Oh my gosh! Okay, I jettisoned Rosie onto the planet to hand deliver the message. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hate this job.
Chopper would do it.
Chopper would be very
Chopper
successful.
is something of a war criminal, so he'd do anything.
Chopper.
You know
takes
Rosie's
no-
past, bro. You don't know. Or Sadie's, for that matter. She could be a war criminal too.
Okay. So you may have to rely on somebody who can help you fix comms to hastily get off a message.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
report
Well,
what's
then I
going on.
relay to the ship in the comms inside. I'm like,
Sure, we'll say
get those
that you
comms
guys
back
can talk.
online. It's a trap.
Cool. So let's hop to Tasa, the only person who successfully fixed things.
Okay,
So you
great.
hear that on the internal comms. What is it that you do?
So basically, the comms are down. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. There's a few things I could do, but I think this is the best thing. I'm going to go hop up from where I am, and I've kind of reached out, and the silence has been quiet. The black sleek ship has taken off. I lose contact, and that's whenever all the sound comes rushing back, and I hear Sin shouting, "It's a trap! It's a trap! There's pirates in the city!" And I hop up, and I'm gonna grab Tirla, the princess, and drag her back. She was with Kaz in the gunnery, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna grab her and say, "I need your help. You know, you were good at helping the last time. I need you to look at this, because I'm not good at the communications. I will help her try to fix the communications, if that's okay."
That's great. Just
Yeah.
grab her. I suck with comms. Here.
You're the talker, right? You're smooth talker.
I love the flawed logic there. That is amazing.
And my help is going to be with my bond. What is my bond with her? She's misinformed about the world, and I will teach them all that I can. That's great. So I'm going to roll my bond to see if I help. And I do.
Good.
And I think this is me saying, you can shove extra power into it, and maybe we can get one thing off.
Yes, well, this is a standard Murthyog configuration. We just need to unplug this component and replace this. So let's see. What am I rolling with? Is it in?
Yeah. So the question is, how do you fix stuff? That's a great question. And there is no repair stuff move. It doesn't sound like we're rerouting power. It doesn't feel like you're overcharging conduits.
I think there is a repair. I think so. I remember I thought I read this before. You spend money to repair things during
Ooh,
downtime.
that does feel right.
And I don't know exactly where I read it, but so I think during the thick of things, the best thing we have is reroute power.
Taking damage. When your ship runs out of help once it's breaking up slowly or supposedly, take damage. Opposite. Say okay. Raise jump to the.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does sound right.
Seems like the thing to get a system back online.
Okay. How do we do this? Sorry, I would love to make sure that I'm following the rules if there are rules for it. So give me just a moment, friends, as I
No problem.
see where's the ship move stuff. Gear and ship rules. Alright, gear. Transport. Nope. Ship rules. Ship size is making a ship. Ship upgrades. Broadside launch missiles, precision fire, fly through danger, defensive flying, active scans, hold together. 10 points in a single blow. Ace pilot. Nope, none of these are helpful. They are not about fixing. I do like the idea of, okay. Upgrades. Nope, that doesn't help either. That is about buying a ship or creating one custom. Not helpful. Okay, we are going to say I am about to custom move. There was a wish here about custom moves or something. I'm going here. Here's what we're doing. I think what I want to do is similar to the help maneuver for cartel. So the way the cartel help works is that you risk, well, I kind of like the idea of spending it. Roll plus creds spent. That is what we will say. If you want to repair a single item on the ship when you don't have the proper tools or space, roll plus creds spent. And on a 7 to 9, it costs more than you thought, or it's shoddy. On a 10 plus, it works. On a 6 to minus, something else bad goes wrong. How does that sound as a out of my butt maneuver? Ignore the corn.
It sounds good for when you're in like a hangar or something.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you spending creds if you're
What if
in space?
What if we, I mean, a thought I just had, I mean, we just create like a repair move, but it uses a clock, like maybe that's like, it could take multiple rolls to succeed.
Oh, like a patch repair, and you have to fill the clock to do it?
To repair like a single system without fucking up other systems, So you succeed, you could get it done in one turn. If it's like a really good success, you mark a few ticks. If it's, and maybe it's different clocks for different systems. Maybe comms is simple, but hyperdrives are difficult notoriously, right? You usually need a droid and a Wookiee on that. I don't know. That's just a thought. Just because I was looking at the tabs to see what stuff was here, and I saw clocks. I was like, well, maybe we could use one of those somehow.
Okay, here's where we're gonna go. Or here's the other option I'll throw. Oh,
I'll pitch one. It's not a great one, I don't think. But if we somehow as a team overclock the ship and try to outrun the fighters and just get down there in person super quick. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking something Star Warsy would be like, you know how like when you engage the hyperdrive, you're ready to travel long distances. We do a short distance hyperdrive run where we have to time it and we have to hit the hyperdrive just so that we can travel just a little distance.
So the hyperdrive's also broken.
The hyperdrive is broken. Yeah, never mind.
It's not a bad idea.
Maybe
it could be a backup.
Maybe it is just reroute power. Maybe we just like the risk is you're gonna keep breaking further and further. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I mean, we have system we don't really need right now, like the guns. We don't need them anymore, so it's fine to break. I mean,
always need the guns. Always need the guns.
We don't need life support.
True.
It's true. You are open to the air. You just open windows. Let's do reroute
like
power.
Rolling down a window.
Let's stay with reroute power then. Who wants to roll plus int?
And did I get advantage from the help? Yeah, cool.
Yes. I recall that. Is that true? Did we? I think we did, right?
Yeah, Stephen rolled an 11, I believe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, 12. So.
Holy moly! Outside of combat, you guys are pretty good at stuff. Oh wow! Also,
Just
damage or
listen to
disable.
me and let me do things, and everything will be fine.
You can bring up any one system you want, but to do it, you have to reroute power from another system, so it would be disabled.
Yeah.
What do you want to bring
up comms, and I think I'll actually disable life support at this point, since it's not. There's air here, right? And maybe we need. Do need the yeah.
It sounds awesome. When the life support goes down, and all of a sudden you hear that hiss. They've come to life. You have connection. Cincinnati and or Tearlapath or whoever wants. I mean, whoever wants to use the comms. What do you do?
I think it would be cool to see Tirla Path try to get the CEO online and explain this. I feel like she,
Ooh.
as a royal, she might have the aplomb to get through.
She just might.
Maybe, actually, I think maybe I could use my connections move.
I was wondering if you were going there.
That's
That
awesome.
would be
Put out the word that you
amazing.
need access to something or someone. So yeah,
Oh, that's perfect.
this
This
is
is-
Princess Tearlapath of the Duchess Gambit. I need to speak with the executive in charge.
I want to speak with your manager. Oh my god, you just pulled a Karen. This is amazing. Okay,
Oh.
connections. When you put the word out, you need access to something or someone. Roll plus charisma.
13. So
Look at
Ow!
you. Let the princess speak.
Let my people go.
but I still have to choose one.
Yeah, you gotta
Uh,
choose one.
Take one. We'll need to. So, not to be away. You will. I mean, we don't want to wait for it, and the others don't make much sense. So I will owe someone a favor.
Oh, amazing. So you are asking for someone in charge, and there is a brief moment when you hear, "This is Mr. Sakamori, corporate leader in the governing body of the League of Arcs. It is an honor and a privilege to speak with you, Princess Tearlapath of Riven. How may I help you? We are in dire straits here at the station, but I will do whatever I can." What do you
So
need, ma'am?
just so that I understand, we suspect that there are pirates already in the city. Was that the?
That's what Cincinnati suspects, and yes, that is, I think, why you're calling.
Yes, very very nice to speak with you. We have reason to believe that the pirate force that we just disabled was not the only one here. There may be pirates already inside the station.
That's an interesting bit of information, Princess. Oh, whereupon did you come upon this intel?
My pilot is quite skilled at intercepting communications, and he overheard the. Sorry, was that? Yeah, he overheard a message from the ship
There we
to
go.
someone else who we suspect is in the city.
Thank you very much for that information, Princess. I am already in contact with station security. We have been deploying assets for repelling the starfighters and working on that defense. But I'll redeploy those assets to ensure that they are protecting the ship, the station internally. We believe that we've repelled the exterior force. What ship are you on, Princess Tila? I can make sure to secure a hangar for your arrival. We would be honored to have you as a guest.
I think Cisco wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Just whenever it's convenient. Maybe I'd like to push him a little bit. Maybe even hit them, like I come around the corner of whatever hallway she's using and like hit the mute button and be like, ask them what they're hiding. They're not here for money. There's something in there. Get them to tell you what they're hiding.
Nice. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. The message indicated that they were searching, or that they were here for something specific, more than just plunder, I suppose. And I am currently on the Duchess Gambit. You may see us. I wouldn't say falling out of the sky, but there are some fires on board right now.
Oh my! Oh yeah,
Small ones.
I see here that Patrolman Carmen logged the arrival of a Fudge's Mambit. Is that was there some problems with the transponder beacon?
Yes, it may have been garbled. It's an old ship. It's not up to code.
Interesting. So it sounds
I hit
like
the mute button.
he's
I hit the mute button again. I'm like, we are up to code. Sadie works very hard to make sure that we follow all legalities, much to my chagrin.
Does this look like it's up to code? And points to something.
So it sounds as if you are digging for some information from Mr. Sakamori, who is trying to cleverly dodge and redirect the conversation. But let's bring it to a roll and see if you are able to ferret out some information.
Yeah.
And I'll
think
try to
you'll-
assist here if it,
Yeah.
if it makes sense.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
the roll, if we need it.
So is this defy danger, or is there some specific move for it? Because I don't think I have.
No, that's fine. Discern realities is when you study a person, but I'm looking at the questions
Oh,
right
okay,
now,
okay.
and I don't know if that's. Well,
That
there
is
are at
okay.
least one or
Isn't
two
parlay
questions
to
you could
press
ask.
or entice an NPC?
That's true. Also parlay. See, yeah, there are a few ways to skin a cat, and that's a good one. Let's have you press or entice an NPC and roll plus
Yeah,
charisma.
that sounds good. So did you want to assist?
I would like to assist.
Go ahead and roll
Go ahead.
aid.
Okay.
Here's where the fail whale comes back again.
Do I get a +1 because I'm acting on information that I got from my previous move? I've got a feeling about this. Doesn't say that explicitly, but
I
don't
feel
know
like
if you
it
were feeling
should, right?
generous.
So I'm okay with that. And
cool. Okay.
Good thing you pressed for it. Good gravy.
Yeah. 7 + 2 is 9.
Squeak. Okay, that means you are rolling with advantage, telepath, plus charisma, which surprisingly you have very high charisma. I just who would have thought?
I'm super charismatic.
You
Everyone
are
loves me.
very good at this. It's true.
That's 10.
Wow, that's amazing. So a 10 on parlay means that he either does as you want or reveals the easiest way to convince him. He says, Princess, I assure you that important items are being secured as we speak. Thank you for the warning. I am loath to communicate about this over insecure channels. If you would do me the kindness of coming to the station, I would be more than happy to discuss this over dinner, perhaps.
Of course. How could I deny such a request? I would be delighted. Now, I think I need to direct my attention back to the ship so that my crew can get us down safely.
Nice. Excellent. And then he says, I'll switch over to one of our control room, and they will direct your pilot to a hangar we have secured for you. And then he gets off the phone
Those
as well.
creatures.
So, looking at time, I say this is an opportunity for us to like that downtime phase, as it were, as you guys. There's a space patrol cloud car thing that's escorting you guys as you're heading in. You see that the power has been restored to the station, and you're headed towards the hangar. So, Tassa, you've been quiet for a while. What are you doing?
So I think Sin and Tirla are busy talking to, they've been talking to the city. I can't deal with that a little bit, much, but I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna talk to Kaz. And then Kaz was at the gunnery, right? He was at the gun station. And I'm gonna say, well, we just squeaked out of that one. But I have to tell you, did you see that warship that flipped out?
Yeah, I did. I think it was a pretty nice looking ship, and if they're flying with them, I bet there's a hefty price tag on that head.
Well, things like that don't come for free. And I felt a presence of the hunter that is on that I'm certain was on that ship. And she'll be back for us.
A hunter
We're
like
wanted people.
like a bounty hunter? Hunter? Is she with the guild?
Like
I can check. I can look that up.
Like a predator. And I know that I don't think she would bow to the guild, but she was talking about how anything that didn't kill you made you stronger. And I think she's going to come back stronger at us.
Well, in this case, we are made richer, or should be, and we can certainly handle one small ship, no matter how nice it is, so long as Sin fixes this hunk of junk up.
I'm not worried about the ship coming back. I'm worried about her. So we need to keep our eyes open, because you might look through your records to see if there is a bounty out for someone like this.
Yeah, give my girl the details and she'll collate a profile and look for what we can do. But for right now, Tassa, hell of a job in those rooms. I don't know exactly what you did. I wasn't really aware. I know Sin was flying and Tirla was yapping over my shoulder and I was shooting. I assume you had something to do with the power exchanges. So I appreciate that. It was good work. You'll be reimbursed, fairly, as always, of course, by our metrics. And the note is a good one. It's always good to keep your nose out for trouble and for a hefty bounty.
Yeah.
Like that. And just to kind of, because you gave me an excellent idea as a follow up for what you'd assign to Sadie, cause she sends you several bounties on pirates that were taken, basically that were felled, that were spaced, were destroyed during this fight. So if you can lay claim to those, you may be able to earn yourself some creds.
As soon as we get to that hangar, they should have an antenna that I can send this right to the guild. This will pay out. We're in good. We just need some time to secure these deals, to make these financial transactions, to get the Duchess back to where she needs to be. Surely we'll have time when we land in the hangar.
Let's follow up with Princess Tirla Path. You just had the name drop big time. What are you doing after that? I guess you're up front, right? You had to get on the comms, so you're right with Cincinnati in the cockpit.
Yeah. I think I'll just turn to Sin just after we've turned the comms off. I trust you can handle it from here, Captain, and then I'll go look for Tosta, actually.
Ooh, neat.
because I wanted to basically I wanted an excuse to use my charming and open move. But I think I noticed that there was something going on with her with when she was communicating with this other person, even though I don't know anything about specifics.
I was all zoned out, and it was obvious I was, somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I think I'm talking to Cause whenever you come up.
yeah. And I think this is a big change from Tirla being the one who's taking charge and telling everyone what to do, and now she's kind of subdued. And I think I like put a hand on your arm and asked very very sincerely, "Are you okay? I saw what happened during the fight. You were kind of out of it for a bit, but how are you feeling?"
There's someone out there who means us harm. And I'm going to step away from Cause at this point because he's heard enough. I told him what he needs to know.
Mhm.
And I'll lead you back towards more of the interior of the ship. In fact, I think I'm going to go back to one of the quarters. We have quarters on either side.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sit on the edge of my bunk. And I'll tell you, do you ever get feelings about things? Like something's going to get worse, or you're going to see someone that you haven't seen in a long time?
Not often enough that I've considered it unusual.
But you know what that's like.
Yeah, yeah.
During the fight, I got a feeling that there's someone out there like a shark, like like a predator swimming in the water. And it felt like they were threatening us, threatening me. And did you see that black ship that sleek ship as it left? I think whatever was there was on that ship. And it's not going to wait around. It's going to come hit us, it's going to come back for us. That's what I'm worried about. Plus the ship's all blown all to cark, and we need to get repairs. And I'm just glad that, well, I understand the city might be overrun by pirates soon, so it doesn't sound like we have a safe port. So what do you suggest?
I don't know. We'll have to see what happens when we get there. So the way this move is, I ask you a question and then you get to ask me a question from the list. And I went with what are you really feeling? I feel like you described that. So you get to pick some.
Oh, so your question, how are you really feeling right now, was part of the move? Is that
Yeah.
right? Okay. And I just told you I'm worried about what's coming forward in the future.
Yeah. No. You described it perfectly. It was fine.
Ooh, that's a good one. What do you most desire?
Oh. Think, is this right now or in general?
I think you can define it.
Yeah. Which one is Tosa interested in?
Oh, I think that it's right now because we're all interested in just surviving long enough to get through this.
Yeah. What do I most desire right now? That's tricky. I think getting through this, whatever is going on at the station, and that includes that dinner, without without us, and I'm the anyone in the crew getting into serious trouble, because I'm worried about there being pirates that we have to fight, and I'm also worried that I've told them too much by revealing my name, and maybe there's a trap waiting for us, and who knows what this CEO person will want in exchange for whatever help he's going to push onto us, whether we want it or not. Yeah.
And what you most desire is safety. You're worried for your safety.
Yeah.
For our safety.
Safety for us, all of us.
And
I think the way she expresses that is, yes, I have similar worries, and I hope we will all get through this together.
so I think, Princess, we'll all work hard with you to make sure everyone's as protected as possible. So yeah, I think as long as we're together, we'll be okay.
Nice. Any other pocket scenes folks wanted? Another PC you wanted to talk to before you land at the station?
I'm really sorry, Cisco, for blowing you off there, but I
Oh.
kind of wanted to, yeah.
You're good, buddy. I didn't want a scene per se, but I wanted maybe a role. I think I pull up any files that we have on ARCs and the people who run them, which of course have been meticulously put together by Sadie. She's done a great job with that. And maybe do a Discern Realities roll here at the end, or save that for the next session.
I think for time, it might be, well, we could do the roll and then ask
And
the
then flesh it
questions when
out.
I come back. It'll give me a little bit of time to think it through rather than just snapping off something.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Cool. All right, let's roll with me. And let's do a research roll. 9 + 2 is 11. So I'm gonna get 3 questions, I think.
Nice. What are you generally aiming towards for those questions?
Okay. What here is useful or valuable to me, specifically with the executive on planet? Like, what can we use to either strong arm him or charm him into giving us a job and telling us what it is he's hiding on the planet? And maybe what here is not what it appears to be, specifically aimed at what it is that they're hiding. And what is about to happen? Maybe something that's future facing.
Cool. I can definitely have answers for you there. Sweet. Then we will bring the RP part to a close and end with end of session questions. Oh, I didn't ask my new thing that I added about the bond, but we'll ask you for this. So first of all, please take a look at your drives, the new ones, for a few of you, and riddle me this. We'll start with Cincinnati. So Cincinnati, did you take a risk? I'm sorry. Did you demonstrate or struggle with your drive?
My drive was break the law. No, I mean it's open game for pirates, and that's what we were doing this session. So I don't think I broke the law.
Okay. Princess Telepath.
Subvert or defy the system? I don't think so.
No, you tried to use the system to your advantage, actually, in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it maybe like below a princess rank to be out in space hunting pirates? I don't know. Maybe that's not a good question, because
That-
maybe we could use that every session. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a fair point, but I don't think it's this time, maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to find some ways to give you a system to defy here on this place. And we'll have to have some laws that are worthy of breaking. Tassa, did you hit your drive?
I did uncover a hidden truth, reveal corruption.
Yeah. Why do you say yes? I know if I were asked, I would know, but I'm curious why you say yes to that.
Well, I definitely, uncovered a corruption or hidden truth on the other ship with the other force wielder. I've
Yep.
forgotten her name at this moment.
Sombra.
Yeah, Sombra.
Okay. Cool. And then Cause Kingrove, did you what about your
So-
drive?
The question is, did we accomplish or struggle with it? Was that right?
Yes, demonstrate or struggle with your drive.
So mine is gain profit from a hunt. I haven't gained the profit yet, so I'm not sure if it actually triggers. But
Demonstrated for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
then I did.
Excellent. We'll stay with you, Cause Kingrove. This is the new one, the new end of session question. Did you take a risk to help someone in a way that reflects your bond with them?
No, I didn't. I don't think I took any risks. I didn't assist anybody.
Okay, Tassa, did you take a risk that or help someone in a way that reflects your bond with them?
I think I actually read my bond out with Tirla at some point to
Mhm.
see if it applied. So yeah, I think so.
Cool. What about you, Telepath?
No, not that relates to the bond, I don't think.
Okay.
Or no, not really. No.
And then Cisco, what about Cincinnati?
I don't think so. The closest might be Cause is a useful accomplice, and we certainly were both risking our lives for money, essentially. And every time Cause is on the comms, like, try to get us more money, like Sid is like all for that. I don't know if that counts or not.
I would say it would.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think, Rich?
Did you take a risk on that, or was it just a conversation piece?
I mean, we took risks for money all of this session.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right, now we ask questions of the group. For each yes, everyone will mark XP. Did you have a thrilling adventure?
We almost died.
Did you discover something about the galaxy or its history?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you defeat a threat to the region or the people? I'm going to say yes. You helped to drive off the pirates.
Mhm.
There's a whole station of people that were in trouble. Did you recover or redeem someone or something once thought lost?
What's the question again?
Did you recover or redeem someone or
Mm.
something once thought lost?
I don't think so. Not yet.
I think so. No.
Nice.
We discovered things, but not recovered them.
Did you restore hope?
I think so. I mean, we restored hope to the city.
I would have said. I mean, I would have said yes until this kind of weird dialogue with the CEO, where I'm like, maybe they're in on. Yeah, but yeah, maybe I don't. I'm just.
The people will be very happy.
Yeah, The
Cool.
Joes on the station are happy we got rid of the mothership, I'm sure.
Very
Yeah.
happy. With an incredible shot. It's crazy. All right. That ends up all the end of session XP. I did add a new row in the XP tracker for Bond, so you can mark a 1 on that one. And that helps me to, at a glance, look and see, am I giving people opportunities for hitting their drive, hitting their bond? So that's useful for me if you individualize out that XP. Let's go with our traditional stars and wishes. We start with wishes so that we can end with stars. Who'd like to go first with stars and wishes?
I'll go first with wishes. Yeah. Can't wait for more game. That's my wish. I think I had one, it's the same as earlier, more more let's get some loot, let's get some credits, let's have some more downtime. I like when we get that. And I also like getting stuck in and blasting stuff out of the sky. So that's my wish, is that we just do this session again.
Do it the same but different. Awesome. Thank you, Cody. Who'd like to go next with some wishes?
I'll go next.
Yeah.
It seems like, so I'm struggling to find a wish, but one of them, I noticed that a lot of the stuff that we did during this session and last session had to do with the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And we're engaging a lot of the ship moves. And I think it'll be really interesting to see people's moves, the other characters' moves once they're off the ship.
Yeah.
Like we saw Sin's luck, and we saw a lot of Tyrla's like princess moves, which was good. So I'll be excited to see, more of that as we go forward.
You bet. Cisco or Andesh? Sorry.
Yeah, I want to see some pirate action, and this hopefully extremely awkward dinner with the CEO. I'm really looking forward to that. With more characters than just me. I'm going to drag at least Tossa along for that one, because I want to get into this whole showing her the finer things, and I feel like that's perfect.
Sounds awesome. I love it. Cisco, bring us home with your wishes.
All right, I made a note for future Cisco to learn the other people's moves so I can point the narrative towards those moves and help other people shine. So I'm giving myself homework essentially. Another wish I wrote down in my notes: will Cause get an arc where he learns to appreciate the supernatural and the mystical? Do some fancy research before we get to the planet. Check. Did that. Oh, I want to use my con artist move, and I do want to pretend to be a named character. I've never done that in a game before. And all the ones I've GM'd and everything, I've never brought a named character. So, and then Tirla Path during the dinner. I'm gonna throw out just an idea. Maybe there is someone from Tirla's past that works in, that works on this planet. Something related to maybe like her past as a noble, maybe someone she was like arranged to be married, or maybe a childhood friend of both of us, but maybe an NPC that ties the story of Tirla and I that has been going like this, maybe bring it closer together. Find out more about our mysterious pirate force user. That was such a cool NPC.
Yay!
Yeah, I think that's it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Excellent. You went last with wishes. You get to go first with stars. Did you have any stars from today's session, Cisco?
I do. Just a general start to the table. We almost died. That was so much fun. The stakes were high. We had a character conversation about it. That was so neat. I loved it. Stars to Cody. Love the bossing around the subordinate character that you've made. Didn't get a chance to tell you that last session. Love that so much. Love the corporate bounty hunter who cares about bureaucracy and admin and metrics. I have not seen that in Star Wars. I love it so much. Love the Sadie character. Great job with that. And I loved the dismissive answer to Tossa's mystical concerns, because I think that does set you up for maybe like a cool character arc of discovering mystical things. Stars for Andash. I loved your name drop move. This is what inspired me to say, I need to learn the other moves, because that was such a cool moment for your character. It's like, I need to do more of that. And I love the way that you described practicing your fancy fencing. I love the picture of like a noble practicing their sword fighting in a crummy ship. Steven, star for you. Love that exchange with the force user on the other ship. That was so cool. That was so cool. and it sets up this thing in Star Wars where people have force bonds and stuff, and I that's so interesting. I love the way that you described to Cause who was on the other ship and what you felt. That was like very mystical and Jedi-like. And then you're really good about using Star Wars expletives. And out of character, I want to get better at that. Yeah, and start saying Dak Ferric or yeah.
I love Dag Ferric. I never use that as much as I intend to. It's so good.
Yeah, that's more homework for me. Go and look at the Star Wars list of expletives. Stars to Rich. I love when I used the I've got a bad feeling about this move, and then you use that to escalate the plot. That was so neat. I love that. The picture you painted of the Duchess Gambit's art on fire, that was like chef's kiss.
Thank you.
So cinematic. And setting that Force User Pirate NPC, that was really neat. And then the work that you've done with arcs, this seems like a really interesting planet. So
excellent. Thank you, Cisco. And I'm sure there are any stars left. Cisco is thorough.
oh no. I have to take this call, but I'm still on audio. I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I'm glad we had the discussion about whether we wanted to risk everything, and that we did. Because that's, I mean, if there's no risk, there's no heroics, right? And we're heroes. So yeah, I like that. Yeah, I figured out another wish related to what Cisco said about the player moves, that I want to see some of Cos's moves, because your are more like person, like when we're outside the ship, I think, and I want to see that a bit. But yeah. I enjoyed I think like you said, the spaceship combat is very swashbucklery, and I think it fits Star Wars really well. And I'm not sure. I mean, the reroute power thing, I think it works. It's just that we had really crappy luck with our dice rolls, so I think it's fine. It's just that we need to roll better when we're in combat.
It's true. It's true.
But yeah, stars all around for no for doing straight up great role playing while we were mostly doing combat. That was a lot.
I just unhid the technician playbook or class, and they do appear to have moves that fix stuff. So that's nice to know. It's just that you guys don't have a mechanic. That's your problem. Cool. Thank you very much, Andesh. Steven, what about you?
So I'm going to repeat some of the stars that other people have given, but I really am so glad that we had the table discussion of where do we want to go from here and where do we want to go. And everyone stepped into it, said what they wanted, and we ended up with a really, really good sequence after that of what we could all do to deal with that. I especially like, Cody, you saying going all out, let's just do this one thing. We just got to do this one thing. And I don't remember, I think it was Cisco who was like, oh, let's play possum and let them all pass by, which played right into what they were asking for, and do exactly what was needed. So I really appreciate all of that. And then also with Anders, I really appreciated the whole, you running around helping everybody and, being an annoying, advice giver, but pulling it out in the clutch, right? It was like, oh, you needed that advice to get there.
I do love the teetering on bossy to like inspiring that Tierla does. It's neat to watch it. It's really cool.
There was another wish that I thought of, and it had to do with something that Anders said, but I've lost it now. If I think of it, I'll let you know.
Okay. And then last but not least, Cody.
Yeah, stars. Steven, using the Force to throw the ship debris. So sick. Before you did it, I was even like, man, I wish I was playing the Jedi because that's what I would try and do right now. And then you did it and it was just like, yes. So very into that and very into bringing the Force bond and Rich playing off of that with Sombra. Very excited for that. Anders leveling up and using the support moves like, I don't know, that you leveled up right at the beginning. You're like, and I took the move already, and it is another support move. And then like getting into it and putting it to use, wanting the chance to use it. I like that a lot. Cisco being absolutely game for pushing it all, and also using discern realities and feeling things out. I thought that was really helpful to have those moves where it's like, okay, I don't need to do anything right here. So what can I do as an action to further set things up? That was, I think, really helpful for the game. Rich painting pictures, giving us enough rope to hang ourselves, but then getting out of it, that's the best. And everyone being ready to risk it all. I think we need that. And having that table discussion about it was awesome because I can't tell you how many games I've played or run where people are hesitant to take action, even whether it's run away and get out because you're like, well, we don't want to be bad guys, but we don't want to die. And it's like, no, we got to do something. And so having everybody be on board to make that choice and make it happen makes for a game that's going to be way cooler because of it. I mean, hell, we almost blew ourselves up just to kill a pirate and we nailed it. And now we get to continue on with that victory and who knows what fire it's going to put us into next. So can't wait. Also a big star to Steven, Anderson, Cisco for setting up Tirla to get to noble it up and chat with the CEO and stuff. Like, you know, so many games have noble characters or RP characters and they don't get to do their thing because it's like, oh, well, it's combat time. And so having like, no, here's a perfect time and place for this person to show off their talents aside from helping us, so I was a big fan of that. That's
awesome.
it.
Thank you, Cody. Thank you guys so much. This has been fun. I'm excited. It's like 30% done, 70% more. So next week we'll meet up and explore the station, find out why they're hiding, why a bunch of pirates want it, and evidently we're gonna have some like connections to Tierless past and some laws to break and some people who need to be inspired and maybe they need to defy a system. Who knows? Lots of options. Lots of exciting stuff. Can't wait. With this, we'll go ahead and bring the recording to a close. Thank you guys so much for playing.